The Raiders win yet again, and a big part of that was the quarterback play from Aidan O'Connell. All season long, he has been hearing rumblings of the Raiders potentially drafting a top quarterback in this year's draft, but Aiden O'Connell is making that difficult for the Raiders, winning in back-to-back weeks. The Raiders went from having the number 1 overall pick to now having the number 8th overall pick, and if we win again against the Chargers, we could potentially fall to the 10th overall position, which is going to make it tough for the Raiders to select the top 2 quarterback in this year's draft. But overall, Aiden O'Connell was not going away. Against the Saints, he went 20 out of 35 for 242 yards passing, 2 touchdown passes, and 0 interceptions with a quarterback rating of 97.6. But without further ado, let's just jump right into the tape. Here we got Aiden O'Connell on a play action pass, and he has plenty of room to step into this throw. And here he's going to miss a first down pass to Trey Tucker on top of the screen right here. Tucker does a great job creating separation along the sideline, and Aiden O'Connell just doesn't see this right here. He instead throws this to the feet of Ameer Abdullah, and this is definitely going to be a play that Aiden O'Connell wishes he had back. Here, play action pass again, and we got Jacoby Myers running a crosser route across the middle, and this is a good read by Aiden O'Connell, but the pass is just thrown behind Myers, which leads to another incompletion. He has got to definitely hit him in stride right here, so another missed opportunity. Here inside the red zone, we got Ameer Abdullah running a route out of the backfield, and with the creative play design, having Trey Tucker run a slant for a nice little rub route that forces the linebacker to go around and gives Ameer Abdullah just enough room and time to get an advantage over the linebacker, and AOC hits him right in stride, and Ameer Abdullah eventually does the rest for the initial touchdown, but it was eventually ruled down at the 1-yard line. Here, 3rd and goal in the shotgun, and we got the Saints defense with zone coverage, and we got 3 wide receivers on the near side of the field. And I just don't really like how all these routes are so close to each other, making it easier for the Saints defense to defend. But Aiden O'Connell is going to go through his progressions, sees nobody's open, and then work out to the outside of the field, where I think he should have hit Ameer Abdullah right here. Now, Ameer Abdullah likely would have got tackled. Very likely he doesn't get a touchdown, but instead, AOC holds onto the football and eventually runs into a sack. I mean, here I feel like he just needs to get it to his running back and hope for the best on possibly making the defender miss, but the sack right here leads to a field goal for the Raiders. 3rd and short here for the Raiders, and we got another play action pass, and Aiden O'Connell does a good job finding the open man on the corner route, and here this is just great accuracy, throwing on the move, and hits his man right in stride for the first down. Good stuff. Here, backed up, Aiden O'Connell is going to take a shot down the field to Trey Tucker. Now, I don't mind him being aggressive right here, but this ball has to be thrown better. This has to be thrown out in front of Trey Tucker for him to have a chance right here, but instead you can see this ball is underthrown, and the ball placement wasn't great here, and this was very nearly an interception right here, so Aiden O'Connell gets lucky on this one. Play action pass again, and here we got offensive line giving up some pressure on the left hand side, and I like Aiden O'Connell's ability to be aware of this and step up in the pocket and avoid the rush. The Saints defense is in a zone coverage and nothing is open initially, but Aiden O'Connell evades the pressure and he's able to move to his left, and I like how he keeps his eyes down the field. And he's able to find Brock Bowers, who gets open in the scramble drill. Now, this is great stuff by AOC. This is exactly what he needs to do more often. And we can just see here how Brock Bowers got open right here because the linebacker, he saw Aiden O'Connell get in trouble, and he got excited and bailed on his assignment to try to bring down Aiden O'Connell. But right here, Aiden is able to make him pay for that by throwing this under pressure for the first down. Just very impressive play right here, and these are the type of plays I've been waiting to see from Aiden on a more consistent basis. Great stuff though. 3rd down here, bunch formation, bottom of the screen, and we get a good matchup and man-to-man coverage with Jacoby Myers outside the numbers, and Aidan O'Connell identifies this and hits his man right in the breadbasket. Great ball placement and a huge play to move the chains right here. Inside the red zone, we got man-to-man coverage on Jacoby Myers once again, and just watch him get open on this route, selling the slant to the inside, and then he plants his foot on the turf to get open for the easy touchdown right here, and AOC hits him on this one. Third down again for the Raiders, and the Saints run man-to-man coverage again. And here, Aiden is going to do a good job anticipating the throw as the pressure gets there. And he throws this in a great spot for Jacoby Myers. The ball was already out of his hands before Jacoby Myers is able to turn around. And he hits him right on target for a tough contested catch. But he's able to come down the grab despite the defensive pass interference. But great anticipation here from Aidan O'Connell. Now here, this was a big missed opportunity from Trey Tucker. AOC is able to hit him on this drag route with a lot of open field out in front of him, and this should have been a huge play for Trey Tucker, but he just drops it right here. He's really got to clean this up. This should have been a big play for Trey Tucker. Here we got Aiden on the move once again, and this is another very well placed football, throwing it up to his wideout, but he is unable to come down with the grab. But I like the accuracy, and I just like seeing Aidan O'Connell throw on the move again right here. Third down here, and we got the Saints in a cover 2 zone look, and here Aiden is going to stare down his tight end Michael Mayer, and the safety eventually jumps this route, and he throws this into double coverage, and this is another ill-advised throw which could have easily turned into an interception right here. 3rd and 3 inside the red zone. We got zone coverage from the Saints defense, and Aidan O'Connell targets Jacoby Myers once again, who trips up on the route, and luckily this only results as an incompletion, as there were 2 defenders in the area. But you know, looking back at this, I don't necessarily see this being a huge mistake by Aidan O'Connell, but it was just an unfortunate mistake by Jacoby Myers. But still, dangerous throw, and we're lucky it didn't get picked off right here. 3rd down again, and here Aidan O'Connell standing tall in the pocket, and the Saints got zone coverage with a single high safety, and AOC reads this perfectly as he hits Brock Bowers right in stride in the post route for another big first down. Just great play and great read overall by AOC right here. 3rd down again inside the red zone against man-to-man coverage, and here Trey Tucker is going to sell the out route to the sideline and then go vertical into the end zone, and AOC does a great job reading the backside safety. Ultimately, once he sees him bite on Michael Mayers, this opens up Trey Tucker in the back of the end zone. Now, the only criticism I will give Aidan O'Connell right here is ideally he should have seen this earlier and thrown the ball earlier. The cornerback for the Saints just plays this rep really bad. He completely loses track of his man. It seems like he thinks he was on the sideline, but instead Trey Tucker was wide open in the back of the end zone. And Aidan O'Connell throws this a little bit late, which almost made it a contested grab. So if you would have seen this earlier, this would have been an easier catch for Trey Tucker to make. But ultimately, Aidan O'Connell sees it, he makes the throw, and he gets the huge touchdown to seal the game for the Raiders right here. Now, overall, I thought Aidan O'Connell played pretty good against the Saints in Week 17. He was accurate throwing the football. He made a lot of good reads. And most importantly to me, he made a lot of good throws on the move and just overall using his legs to avoid pressure and extend plays. He had some impressive plays where he's able to escape the pressure and keep his eyes down the field and hit Brock Bowers for a first down. And that's just something that I've been really criticizing Aidan O'Connell early on in his career, but it does seem like he is getting better at that, which is great for his development. And this is really something that could take him to the next level. He also did a really good job on 3rd downs, extending drives and moving the chains for the Raiders. He did a good job inside the red zone. converting drives into touchdowns, and ultimately he took care of the football, even though, I mean, there were a couple turnover-worthy plays, but overall, Aidan O'Connell is making things interesting at the quarterback spot. He is not going away quietly, and he's definitely going to make a push to try to become the Raiders starting quarterback for the future. Now, at the same time, though, he's been going against bad football teams in the Jacksonville Jaguars last week and this week against the New Orleans Saints. Now, at the end of the day, for him, he's got to play against whoever lines up in front of him. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to overreact over a performance like this. It was solid. It was good. But it's still not enough for me to just feel fully confident in him being our starting franchise quarterback for the future. It's still not enough for me to put all my eggs in one basket for him being our future at the quarterback spot. I think the Raiders still need to find a way to draft a young rookie quarterback to put some real pressure on Aidan O'Connell. And I think if the Raiders can draft a good quarterback in this year's offseason, you're going to have a young, competitive, and very interesting quarterback room in Aidan O'Connell and whoever we draft. Ultimately, there's a lot of good things for Aidan O'Connell. He has a solid floor, and I do like the fact that he's improving when it comes to his mobility. The only thing that I think is still holding back Aidan O'Connell is his consistency overall as a player, because sometimes he makes great throws, great reads, and he can most definitely make some throws where you're like, damn, that's an NFL quarterback. And then in that same game, he'll throw a head scratcher type of play where he's throwing it into double coverage, or he makes a big mistake. So that's really what's holding him back. He has to be more consistent. And I think the way you try to unlock Aidan O'Connell is you gotta put another young quarterback in this room to give him some legitimate pressure for the starting position. But Raider Nation, let me know what you guys think of Aidan O'Connell's performance in this one. Do you think Aidan O'Connell is just screwing over the Raiders in the long term? Or do you think these wins help the Raiders make a decision for who the quarterback will be moving forward? Let me know in that comment section down below. But with that being said, Raider Nation, that's all for you guys in today's video. Anybody that's new to the channel, you guys love Raider related content just like this, make sure to like, comment, subscribe to the channel. That being said, I will see you guys in the next one.